this is our first group that we're going to hear from, Better at the Ben, from Meridian High School. So I'll turn it over to you all.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jack, and I'm a ninth grader here at Meridian High School. And thank you for being here for our Green Sparks Student Showcase. To start, I would like to address the main problem that we are currently tackling. The issue is the impacts of everyday choices made by people in both their homes and here at MHS that may or may not be the most sustainable, whether they realize it or not. A lot of people also don't know that Falls Church City Public Schools produces over 90 tons of waste every single year. And a large portion of that waste comes right from our cafeteria. This is why our mission is to create a more sustainable school environment by building awareness around everyday sustainability choices. Reducing cafeteria waste in our high school is a huge opportunity that we have to cut down on landfill use and to support long-term sustainable goals such as zero emissions. Our current solution is to educate students to take ownership and responsibility of these local issues and to help create a cleaner, more sustainable environment. Next slide, please.
Hi, my name is Carlos. I'm a ninth grader at Meridian. Falls Church has a 20-year plan, which means that Falls Church is trying to divert 90% of all waste from landfills and incinerators by 2040. The upper campus cafeteria waste is the biggest contributor to landfill in our school district. About 70% of cardboard is the only material consistently recycled. Waste reduction matters for us Meridians because it keeps our area and environment in Falls Church healthy and clean. Our focus on reducing waste before it's created. Next slide, please.
Hi, my name is Kieran, and I'm a ninth grader at Meridian High School. Our solution makes composting an available and accessible option, improves and increases the sorting options, reduces cafeteria waste, expands composting, and improves sorting. Our sustainability class conducted a waste audit to identify the types and quantities of waste generated during all lunch periods. We decided to take ownership of our school's waste by launching a permanent 3-bin system. Our class spent lunch blocks educating our peers on how to sort correctly to prevent contamination. We then weighed the results to track our progress and personally handled the final sorting to make sure the system was foolproof. Next slide, please.
Hi, my name is Matthias. I'm in ninth grade, and I'm going to be talking about our analysis and measurable impact of Better at the Bins this year. Our data focuses on the collection period because we understand the ambassadors' important contributions to this project. As with more education and aid, the better the results will be. Before this, all waste in the school produced was sent to incinerators, which is waste being burned at high temperatures to reduce the volume of the waste. During our collection period of 6 days, we were able to divert 112 pounds of plastic to recycling facilities. Apart from our class, 18 students volunteered to be ambassadors that helped during lunches. During the collection period, we increased recycling, which includes plastic and organic waste, by 73.8%. Next steps include expanding outreach by trying to include more ambassadors for this project, getting rid of plastic containers by replacing school lunch trays with compostable containers, and collaborating with our school precious plastics program to upcycle some of the plastic waste. Next slide, please. Thank you. We'll be taking questions during the breakout session.
Awesome. Thank you, Virginia folks. We're going to move on to the other side of the country and Laguna Beach, California. So we will hear from this team and some of the work that they're doing.
Hi, my name is Violet. I'm the president of a green team at El Moro Elementary in Laguna Beach, California. This year we did a costume swap in October. Next slide. The problem. Everyone loves Halloween, but did you know 35 million costumes are thrown away every year? We can work together to save costumes from being thrown away by having costume swaps before or after Halloween instead of buying new ones. Next slide. Why it matters. If people just throw away their costumes, it will cause a loss of landfill. 83% of Halloween costumes are non-recyclable plastic. and these costumes take a long time to break down. 63% of Halloween costumes can take up to 20 to 200 years to decompose. This impacts our earth, people, landfills, and animals. Next slide.
Hi, I'm Mia, and I'm one of the members of Green Team. Some of our goals were to raise awareness that costumes create a lot of unneeded waste in our environment and communities. Another goal was to reduce waste. We wanted to reduce the amount of costumes that are thrown away each year in our community. Some of our challenges were finding costumes that are your size. Some students would accidentally choose wrong costumes that weren't their size, so they wouldn't have enough time to put them back. Next slide, please. Hi, I'm Altus Bethman, and I am the Vice President of El Moro Elementary's Green Team. We spread the El Moro's costume swap message by designing a digital flyer, and we had the high school make a reusable banner that we hung in front of our school. Our principal included the digital flyer in her weekly newsletter to the school families. Our costume swap worked by parents, students, and teachers dropped off costumes the week before the swap. The Green Team and PTA sorted the costumes by size and put out them on the tables for pre-K, small, medium, and large. We put a sign up by the costume drop so families could write their names down when they dropped off costumes. Students who dropped off costumes were able to swap Monday through Tuesday, and the rest of the school was able to pick costumes Wednesday through Friday. Next slide, please. Our impacts and changes for next year are we should add to the flyer clean, gently used costumes, attach accessory to their matching costumes, and we should ask for hanging donations. And some of our changes for next year are get clothing racks for the costume swap, email the teachers the flyer too, so that they can answer the questions if the kids ask them. And our El Moro costume swap swapped out about 100 costumes this year only. Next slide, please.
What we hope others gain from our product, that we have to be responsible consumers and share things that we don't need instead of throwing them away. Encourage others to donate, share, and even host their own costumes or clothing swaps.
Next slide, please.
Thank you.
Yay!
Amazing. Wow, you're getting good ovation there. Good job, folks. Love hearing from you. Love those ideas. And that's something that's unique. Not a lot of people are doing that. So thank you for sharing that to all of us across the United States. All right, we're going to hear from the students at Tropical Elementary in Merritt Island, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their project and some of the work that they've been doing. And I'll turn it over to them.
Hi, we're the Lunchtime Waste Warriors in Tropical Elementary. I'm Miss Kankasey.
I'm Cassandra.
I'm Coral Coliff. I'm Austin Robert, and I'm Connor Memorial.
And we are part of Tropical Elementary's Environmental Club team in Merritt Island, Florida. And this year we decided to start taking steps to becoming a green school by opening the snack table. Next slide, please.
Next slide, please.
Next one, sorry. We had several reasons for this. We saw a lot of food waste and litter all over the school. We wanted to reduce food waste and litter. We wanted kids to be able to try new snacks. And we wanted kids to be educated on the negative effects of waste in our school. Next slide, please.
We needed to make sure everyone knew the rules for this to work. The first rule is no wet or cold food, because we all know what happens to cold food when it becomes hot. It melts. And we don't want people to get sick from unrefrigerated food. Our next rule is there can be no open food. Everything must be sealed, because we don't want bugs to infest our snack table. We also don't want anything from students' lunchboxes. Everything must be from the cafeteria. Our final rule is the only time you can take or leave food is when lining up. We don't want students to stand up in the middle of lunch. Next slide, please. To track our data, we used a tally mark system. Our purpose for this was to pay attention to what types of food were left on the cart at the end of the day and what snacks went quickly. We plan to take the data to the cafeteria manager at the end of the year to see if we can stop buying foods kids don't eat. We want to plan smarter for next year. Next slide, please. The shared table was our first step. Next year, we plan to start composting fruits and vegetables from the cafeteria. This will reduce food going to the landfill. We plan to use the compost in our school rooms. We also plan on using worms to compost it. This is called vermicomposting. Next slide, please. We are reaching two goals with our lunch waste warriors. One, we are trying to reduce the amount of natural foods decomposing in landfills, because this creates extremely harmful gases such as methane and carbon dioxide, which are really harmful to our planet. Two, we are offering food to students who are still hungry or know they won't have a snack later in the day and will be hungry. Next slide, please. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and I hope that we see you in our breakout room. And thank you to our teacher, Miss Kankasi, because she put all this together and she's awesome. Have a good afternoon, and thank you again for listening to our presentation. Goodbye.
Excited to hear from this team, and then we will switch to having some questions and connections and wonderings, all those things that we mentioned. So be ready, audience, to chime in and jump into our groups after we have this last presentation. All right, take it away, Sawyer.
Yeah, hello, my name is Sawyer, and my first question for you, my first thing is, what is a gar? So, a gar is the Arkansas State primitive fish, which was chosen by Sasha Foster, who lives here. And, yeah. Okay, what would be a good creature to represent your community? You could write that in the chat. Okay, next slide, please.
Hey, Sawyer, so you want them to actually you're going to tell them something about your project, right? In GARS,
Yeah.
and you want them to write in the chat what could be a creature in their own community. Okay, we're going to see what people write in the chat then. Thank you.
See, cardinal, wild turkeys, or coyotes. Okay, this project is made by me. I'm representing Fayetteville Public Schools. Next slide, please. Okay, did you know that each year millions of tons of plastic pollute our waterways every day? Almost a full garbage truck gets dropped into the water. Next slide, please. Why? The reason behind Garth the Garbage Gar is a common problem, pollution. In the US alone costs over $11 billion each year on their cleanups. Okay, to To help raise awareness about the pollution problem, we created a collaborative sculpture we call Garth the Garbage Gar. He is made of plastics we collected from our area. This was a collaborative effort made by all 3 middle schools in our district. JLC, McNair, and Holt. We love our community and our waterways, and we want to help keep them beautiful and clean. Next slide, please. We worked with our city to piggyback on a cleanup they already had at a local lake. We had over 80 people show up with our group, and other groups picked up trash as well and brought it in to us to sort. We decided to stick to using plastics, especially number 2 plastics, which we found the most durable and the best choices for a sculpture. Next slide, please. The process. Partnered with our CTE program to weld a frame that could be stable and hold weight. We learned how to cut plastic safely with garden shears and used tools we would need. We cut and decorated using paint markers and Sharpies, our materials, and added them to the sculpture with zip ties. Next slide, please. Garth the Garbage Gar is a thing that started with a dream, but now it's a reality. The GAR is now traveling all over Arkansas. Starting with the Fayetteville Public Library, the GAR is currently on a journey through all of the Arkansas game and fish facilities. Next slide, please. Thank you for listening, and I encourage you to try a project just like us. That's it.
Awesome. Well done.